Well, as everyone here knows who knows me, the most delightful parts of my life are when I meet with my Chinese friends. And this has been a lifetime relationship that I will always cherish. When I was a little boy this big, I had a favorite uncle who was in the U.S. Navy. And he would go to China and would send me copies of beautiful art from China and mementos carved out of ivory and other things, and vases, small vases, and a model ship, which I still have in my hometown. And so these are the kind of things that introduced me to China, was the beautiful and very diverse elements of art that has made your country famous throughout the world for its accomplishments. Later, when I was a young man in a submarine, I was able to visit several of the seaports in China and became acquainted personally with things. We had a little bit of money that we got from the U.S. Navy, and we could buy some items. And I brought them home to my wife and gave them to her, some of the objects of carvings and so forth, which we still have at our house. And then a few weeks after that, the People's Republic of China was formed. And I always am proud to say on my birthday, in October the 1st, 1949. So I'm 25 years older than the People's Republic of China. So this is another great, but I'm very proud to see these remarkable exhibitions of such a diverse form of art from China. We have been honored always, ever since I met with Deng Xiaoping, to be now partners on an equal basis with mutual respect between two of the greatest nations on earth. And it was the wisdom and the foresight of Deng Xiaoping that made this possible. He was able to visit me and my wife, with him and his wife, the first month in 1979. And America really had a brand new understanding of the Chinese people just because of his wisdom and his generosity and his great sense of humor and his personal appeal to the American people. He visited not only Washington, D.C., but also my home capital of Atlanta, Georgia. Then he went down to Houston, Texas, where he put on the big hat, and everybody remembers the big hat. But he gave to the American people a new image of China and the Chinese people that we hadn't had before. Since then, I've tried to go to China every time I have a chance. Almost every year. I'll be there in September, first part of September, to celebrate the 35th anniversary of that momentous decision, which changed the world in China and in the United States and in every country on earth, in my opinion, for the better. We've had stability and peace in the Western Pacific since we normalized diplomatic relations. And I think China and the United States have developed, despite our differences of political organization and history and culture, we've begun to realize increasingly how important it is for us to work as friends and to resolve our differences in a mutually respectful and understanding way. This exhibition of art will be another contribution that demonstrates how close together our people are. As a matter of fact, on the 30th anniversary, the Chinese people gave the Carter Center 6 sculptures. And even earlier than that, the son of Deng Xiaoping, who was paraplegic, he was crippled, he gave us a special silk embroidery piece to commemorate the first contribution that the Carter Center made to China. We have to construct a factory to build, to make artificial arms and legs for the Chinese people, and then later we trained several hundred education specialists to go throughout your country to teach the school teachers how to instruct children who were afflicted with blindness and loss of hearing. And Deng Xiaoping gave me this particular gift to commemorate that. So we have always benefited from the generosity of the Chinese people and have always been reminded of how important it is for our two countries to continue to work in harmony with one another, with our people growing closer and closer in understanding each other And I think there's a common thing that transcends international boundaries, and that is the love of art. And this demonstration here will be another proof of that. So thank you very much on behalf of myself, my wife, my entire family, the Carter Center, and I might say also the United States of America. Thank you very much.